What?
All right, and welcome to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. 2:55 left in the warm-up session here at the Tiernan Center as the IU East men's basketball team continues their Kayak Conference homestand against Alice Lloyd College. 27th ranked Red Wolves are 16-6 overall and 4-1 in the Kayak. The Eagles 10-12 overall and 5-2 in the Kayak Conference. After last night's game, a win for the Eagles at IU Kokomo. IU East is coming off a 66-60 home loss against Brescia University on January 20th. The Red Wolves are 8-6 against Alice Lloyd since joining the NAIA. The Eagles have won the last 3 meetings, including both games during the 2013-2014 season. IU East is the only team in the Kayak North Division with just 1 league loss. Every other team in the North Division has at least 2 losses. Red Wolves are 4-2 at home this season. Parker Salinas led IU East with 15 points against Brescia on January 20th. Salinas has scored in double figures off the bench in 3 of the last 4 games. Tyler Fangman leads IU East with 14.1 points per game. And taking a look at the opposing team here tonight, Alice Lloyd had won 5 of 6 prior to an 87-77 loss at the University of Rio Grande on the 20th. The Eagles are in the Kayak South Division. Tyler Rogers, a 6'8 junior forward, leads Alice Lloyd with 14.8 points and 6.2 rebounds per game and is 4th in the nation with 2.7 blocks per game. The Eagles are 5th in the nation with 5.1 blocks per game. So it should be a great matchup. Morgan, what do you expect to see between these two teams?
Well, first off, let me say how fine Coach Hester looks. Again, best looking coach in America, but tonight's a little different. He's wearing sneakers, and it's for suits and sneakers. It's to raise awareness about the fight against cancer. Basically, it's as easy as tying your shoes. A little fun fact about that, though, since its inception in 1993, Coaches vs. Cancer has raised more than $87 million to support cancer awareness. So today, Coach Hester is wearing his sneakers. But overall, I think this game is going to be great. Alice Lloyd, like you said, came off that great win yesterday against IU Kokomo. I hope they're a little tired for our Red Wolves, though. Other than that, I hope IU East comes out with a lot of energy tonight. They definitely needed it after that loss against Brescia. I think overall, it's going to be a really great game.
All right, well, we'll take a... Actually, there will not be a national anthem before this game, so we'll just stay here and listen in to PA announcer John Dalton for tonight's starting lineups.
The Eagles for Alice Lloyd College and your Indiana University's Red Wolves. Now, let's get the starting lineup for this afternoon's contest. First, for the visiting Eagles for Alice Lloyd. At guard, the 6'2 freshman, number 10, Austin Crisp. At guard, 6'2 sophomore, number 11, Trevor Tiller. At forward, 6'9 sophomore, number 14, Mason Pack. At forward, 6'7 junior, number 32, Tyler Rogers. Forward, 6'4 junior, number 45, Cody Stumbo. Your head coach is J.R. Hammond. Your assistant coach is Wes Smith and Mason Hall. And now, the starting lineup for your Indiana University's Red Wolves. At forward, a 6'9 freshman from Northern Indiana, number 1, Brad Hunt. At guard, a 6'3 senior from Cold Spring, Kentucky, number 2, Tyler Backlund. At guard, a 6'2 freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 5, Playboy. At guard, a 6'3 junior from Hammond, Indiana, number 10, Moshe Davis. And at guard, a 6'7 freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 32, Lucas Huffman. Your head coach, Mark Hester. Assistant coaches, Tyler Rickey and David Sanders. Your officials for today's game are Jake Patterson, Shaq Franks, and Larry Lewis.
And a special thanks to PA announcer John Dalton for tonight's starting lineups and the officials for tonight's game. Take a look at the Kayak Conference really quick before we get started. In the South Division, Asbury's ranked first in the South Division, Brescia in second, Alice Lloyd third, Cincinnati Christian fourth, ranked 17th right now in the nation, and IU Southeast, ranked fifth in the South Division. In the North Division, your IU East Red Wolves lead the North Division with a 4-1 conference record, 16-6 on the season, trying to make it 17-6 here this afternoon. Point Park ranked second, Rio Grande third, IU Kokomo fourth, and Carlo rounds out the North Division with an 0-5 conference record, 2-14 on the season. So it looks like we're ready to go here inside the Tiernan Center. IU East men's basketball taking on the Alice Lloyd Eagles. Brad Hunt out on the floor to tip it off for the Red Wolves, and he tips it back to Claypool to start the ball game off. And here is Claypool, takes it over to the left side, and a screen by Brad Hunt finds Lucas Hoffman. Over to the left side to Claypool. Claypool looking to get inside, puts a jump shot up around the free throw line. It's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Brad Hunt. Turnaround, no good. And it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball. And a basket to start the game off for the Eagles. And take the 2-0 lead. Over to the left side with Claypool, and inside to Hunt. Hunt's going to be off the mark once again. This is going to be a foul called on Lucas Huffman. Huffman picks up his team's first on the Red Wolves. And it's 19-11 to play in the first half.
Is this Lucas's first time ever coming off the bench as a starter?
I believe it is his first start this season. It's been
what a great game to start.
Sub of the game a couple times, and definitely a great contributing factor for the Red Wolves this season, coming in off the bench.
I noticed Coach Hester did put a different lineup in. Vache and Lucas were two who haven't really been starting.
And that's going to be IU East basketball out of bounds. Clock stopped at 18:55. And Huffman inbounds the ball to Claypool, who will bring it up the floor for the Red Wolves. Gives it to Huffman, and over to Vache Davis. Out top with Claypool, goes to the left side. And back to Vache, puts up the three. This one's going to be off the back of the rim and rebounded by the Eagles. Going to be on top right now with Alice Lloyd. Working it around. Good take to the lane by number 32. That's Tyler Rogers. Not going to be able to get the shot, but it'll be tipped out of bounds off of the Red Wolves and stay Eagle basketball. Underneath their own basket. Rogers inbounding the ball, and he finds, looks like number 11. That's Trevor Tiller. And made basket there by Tiller. Makes it 4-0. A early start here for the Eagles. Claypool with the ball over to the left side. Takes it to the free throw lane. Gives it to Huffman. Back to Vache Davis. Red Wolves need to score on this play here. And a jump shot from the left elbow doesn't hit the rim by Fangman. And it's going to be IU East basketball out of bounds. Shot clock at 17. Vache Davis inbounding the ball for the Red Wolves. Huffman open out on the right wing. They're going to go to him. And he's going to think about a shot, give it back to Claypool up on the right wing. Goes lane and lays this one in, and one for Claypool. Makes it 4-2, and the Eagles still have the lead. The foul goes against Austin Crisp, but it's his team's first on the Eagles. And that puts Claypool at the line to shoot one, the first free throw shooter in the ball game for the Red Wolves. First free throw up off the back of the rim, no good. Claypool gets his own rebound, and they're going to call a backcourt violation on Claypool as he was going back there to try to get that rebound.
That was very close.
Still 4-2 with 17:41 to play.
I will say, you have to applaud him for that. IU East has definitely not been getting the rebounds at all these past few games. So for, Jacoby, even though he lost the ball, it's really close.
Yeah, it looks like the officials are going to meet and talk just to make sure that it was the correct call, and they're going to say it is. The Eagle basketball, 17:45 left to play in the first half. And for those of you at home watching, might hear some whistles, but those are not out on the playing floor. There's 4 auxiliary courts around the Tiernan Center if you've not been here before, and youth basketball going on here today as well. So sometimes creating a little confusion out on the floor here inside the Tiernan Center. And this is going to be a whistle out on the floor. Looks like a little shoe tying going on right now. 17:30 to play in the first half. Looks like Vache Davis going over to inbound the ball for the Red Wolves. And Huffman Or Fangman's going to be open in the right corner, and they give it to Claypool on the inbound play. Davis has the ball right now, back out top to Huffman. Davis with the ball, kicked out to Claypool. Claypool starts to lose his balance a little bit there on the way down and finds Brad Hunt inside. Brad Hunt trying to make a move there and throws it into the hands of one of the Alice Lloyd players. Looks like number 11, and that is Tiller, who misses his first field goal in the game. Now 1 of 2. Pass down to Huffman. Able to hang on to the ball. 4-2. Alice Lloyd with the lead. 16:52 to play. And Fang was going to be fouled on the way up. A chance to go to the line and tie it. And the foul is going to be on number 11, Trevor Tiller. That's going to be his first team foul, number 2 on the Eagles. And that puts Fangman at the line to shoot 2. Chance to tie the ball game up with 16:51 to play here in the first half, and he hits the first one as Dom Williams comes in for the first time in the game. Of course, just recently, Tyler Fangman set the all-time scoring record here at IU East, and continuing to make that scoring record grow throughout the remainder of the season. All tied up at 4 with 16:47 to play, and the ball just now getting past half court with 27 left on the shot clock. Tiller misses the shot, rebounded by the Red Wolves, and bringing it down to the other end of the floor. Here's Vache Davis. This one's going to fall off the rim. Brad Hunt with the rebound and puts it up. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is on 14, Mason Pack. This is going to be his first, team's third on the Eagles. First free throw, up and in for Brad Hunt. The Red Wolves shooting 3 of 4 in the opening 3:31 in the game. Brad Hunt, chance to go 2 of 2 here at the line. The second shot, up and in, and he does. Makes the lead 6-4 for the Red Wolves with 16:26 to play. And trying to get it across half court again. Right now, the Eagles struggling with this half court pressure. And it just became 4-on-1 down there and stolen away by the Red Wolves. Kick out to Fangman. Fangman goes underneath the basket with the reverse. 8-4 with 16:03 left. And down on the other end of the floor, a 3-point shot off the mark by Rogers. And another rebound there by the Red Wolves. 15:51 to play. Claypool with the ball over to the left side. Out top to Dom Williams. Goes down the right side of the lane. Puts this one up and in. 10-4.
I don't think we can stress enough how versatile this team is right now. I think Coach Hester definitely picked the right players to start off the game.
Right now, Alice Lloyd trying to get a shot here, and the shot that was missed by, looks like, number 10. That's Austin Crisp. Put back by 32. Rogers is going to go line and shoot 2. And the foul goes against Brad Hunt, picks up his first. Team foul number 2 on the Red Wolves with 15:29 left. And that's going to put Tyler Rogers, the 6'7 junior out of Lexington, Kentucky, at the line to shoot 2. He'll be the first free throw shooter in the ball game for the Eagles, coached by J.R. Hammond. And he hits the free throw, makes it 10-7.
You know, I got to talk to Brad right before the game. I said, Brad, is there anything you would like me to say? And he said, can you please tell my parents hi? So, hello, Brad's parents. Glad for you to be here at the game today.
10-7, 15-13 left to play. Right now, ball with Rogers. Takes it down the right side of the lane and gets the contested shot to fall, 10-9.
You know, for being 6'7", you would expect him to play a lot in the paint, I guess, in the middle. But he's very good ball handler. He's more than just a shooter.
Brad Hunt picks up his second, team's third on the Red Wolves off of an offensive foul down inside the lane. 1-point ball game. The Red Wolves have the 10-9 lead with 14:58 to play. Brad Hunt, of course, going to come out, take a little breather after picking up 2 quick ones. Parker Salinas in off the bench for IU East.
He was a huge team player the other day, Tuesday against Brescia.
And right now, taking it down the lane is Tiller, misses the shot and the putback. And a good basket for Rogers. And Vache Davis picks up his first. Free throw by Rogers going to be off the mark. And rebounded by the Red Wolves, who now trail by 1. Vache Davis takes to the lane, kicks out to Parker Salinas, over to Jacoby Claypool. Now Davis with the ball, and back to Dom Williams. Vache Davis with a chance to take the 3, but gives it to Williams instead. And he's going to make a little turnaround jumper and take the lead back, 12-11. With 14-12 to play in the first half. Kayak game for both teams here. Chance for the Red Wolves to go 5-1 in the conference. A chance for the Eagles to go 6-2, and a nice fake and a block. And Vache Davis with the good basket for the Red Wolves. He'll go to the line to shoot 1.
I can't tell you how long he has wanted to do that.
And the foul is going to go against, looks like, wait on them to throw it up on the board here inside the Tiernan Center. It's going to go against 14. Mason Pack picks up his second, team's 4th on the Eagles. And Davis at the line for the and 1, and he makes it 15-11 with 14 minutes left in the first half.
Oh.
Houston Clark and for the Red Wolves.
Vache's mother is also here all the way from northern Indiana. Made a special trip to see him.
13:50 to play in the first half. Ball down to the right side of the corner with number 20. That's Dondre Willis. Dondre Warren, I'm sorry. And it's going to be IU East basketball after the 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 13:41 to play in the first half on the Red Wolves Sports Network. And welcome back to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. The Red Wolves have possession of the basketball coming out of the timeout with 13:41 to play. And the shot clock set at 17 as actually it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball, I'm sorry, with 17 left on the shot clock. A little trouble getting the ball in bounds. And down to 15. 13:33 left to play. Tiller takes it to the lane, and the ball's going to be stripped away. Right now it's with 20, and a shot clock violation on the Eagles. The Red Wolf basketball as Nick Bollenbacher makes his first appearance in this afternoon's game. 13:23 left to play, up by 4. Bollenbacher brings the ball down the floor for the Red Wolves on the right side. Goes back left, back right. And Dom Williams with the ball. Over to Parker Salinas on the left wing. Back to Dom Williams, around to Bollenbacher. Finds Houston Clark. Good little fake there. And Salinas takes it to the lane from the left elbow. Off the mark. Rebounded by the Eagles. There's a three-point shot by the Eagles, number 4. That's Dakota Hall. And right now, the Eagles trying to set things up as they got a fresh shot clock off of that play. Down to 23. Trying to get an open look at the lane. Stolen away by Bollenbacher. Breaks it down the floor. Goes up left-handed. Lays it in. 17-11. Parker Salinas with the ball. Back to Don Williams. And down the floor.
Oh.
Going to be missed pass there to Houston Clark. It'll be out of bounds Alice Lloyd basketball off of IU East on the tip. Red Bulls lead by 6 with 12:15 to play. And the ball is going to be inbounded to, looks like, number 3. That's Trevor Combs, the 5'10 junior from Hazard, Kentucky. Over to the left side with Warren. And into the middle to number 14, that's Mason Pack. Gets the shot to fall 17-13.
I'm looking at my notes, and I noticed that 2 things I wrote this game and 2 things I wrote last game were get the opposing team out of their comfort zone and rebounds. And IU East is doing both right now. The only thing that isn't on my list yet is putting 2 halves together. I think IU East definitely has a great chance right now, the way they are looking, to put the first half and the second half together. So I can't wait to see.
All right, the Red Wolves lead 17-13 with 11:31 left in the first half. We'll take a quick break during the timeout, and we'll be right back right here on the Red Wolves Sports Network. And welcome back to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Morgan Gard. And Bollenbacher set to inbound the ball for the Red Wolves with 19 seconds left on the shot clock. 11:31 to play here in the first half. They're going to find Fangman. And fadeaway jumper falls, 19-13. Bollenbacher with 4 points off of 2 for 2 shooting. That's right, that was not Bollenbacher, that was Fangman, wasn't it? So I totally ruined that one, I'm sorry. Fangman now has 4 points from field goal range off of 2 of 3 shooting. And he misses a 3-pointer there. Down the floor, and a basket by, looks like number 14, Mason Pack. Don Williams hands off to Fangman. And Yui blocked down there underneath. 19-15 with 10:53 to play. And takes it to the lane is Warren and missed. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. Fangman with a little bit of a body check on the way down the floor that time. Nothing called. Salinas for 3 out top. Nails this one 22-15.
He has definitely stepped up these last 2 games.
7-point lead for the Red Wolves with 10.5 to play. And Tiller trying to find some open lane. They're going to call body on this one. This foul is going to go against Dom Williams, who picks up his first, team's 4th on the Red Wolves. And that's going to put Tiller at the line to shoot 2. Not been the line yet in the game. Hits the first one. And in for the Red Wolves is going to be Lucas Huffman and Vache Davis. 10:21 to play in the first half. Here's Tiller at the line to shoot the second of 2, and this one up and in as well. It makes it a 5-point ball game, 22-17. Lucas Huffman is going to inbound the ball for the Red Wolves. Red Wolves, of course, wearing their gray uniforms today. The Eagles of Alice Lloyd in black. And the Eagles get the ball there. 10:08 to play. left side. 9:58 to play. And a missed shot by Warren. Now 0 for 2 at field goal range. Huffman has to get it. It goes off the knee of Warren up over the backboard, and it's going to be 9:49 to play IU East basketball. Still a 5-point lead for the Red Wolves, as Vache Davis brings the ball down the floor for IU East. Goes to the right side, hands off to Bolenbacher. Lucas Huffman with the ball out top now. Goes back to Bolenbacher. Bolenbacher takes it to the lane, puts this one up off the rim, and it's going to be no good. .9:22 to play with 24 left. Cross court over to the left side. 3-point shot by Pack off the mark and rebounded by the Red Wolves. Bring it down the floor. Bolenbacher over to the right side. Passes it inside to Huffman. And a hand check called on the Eagles. This one is going to go against 14, Mason Pack. And he picks up his second, team's fifth on the Eagles. 5 team fouls apiece here in the first half with 9:01 left. Bolenbacher with the 3. This one's going to go long and be picked up by the Eagles. Pass down floor to Warren. Good move, and the shot's going to not be good. Rebounded by the Red Wolves.
Oh no, looks like we have a problem on the floor. Oh my gosh.
Right now, Rogers.
It almost looks like his arm.
Can't tell if he's
it's not on his arm
or his knee, really.
He's holding his shoulder. It looked like his whole arm was just hanging from his body there.
I did hear a slap on the backboard.
I don't think that was him, though.
I don't think it was him.
I believe that was Nick Bolenbacher.
Yes. Still 22-17. We'll try to get an update on what happened there to Tyler Rogers. 8:33 to play. Shot clock down to 13. Red Wolves bench starting to make some noise here. And it's going to be a kick off the foot of Huffman. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And Brad Hunt into the Red Wolves lineup.
He looks very eager to get in.
Shot clock down to 15 when the Eagles turn it over. 22-17 with 8:19 to play. And it's going to be Red Wolf basketball. Houston Clark inbounds to Bolenbacher. 22-17 with 8:13 to play. Bolenbacher over to the right side to Vache Davis. Back out to Bolenbacher, around to Clark on top. Could have been a little bit of a reach there on Combs, but no call. And there's going to be a foul on the Eagles here, as Brad Hunt has the ball. The foul is going to go, looks like, against 41. That's Austin Brewer. Picks up his first, team 6th on the Eagles. And it's going to be Bolenbacher inbounding to Clark, around to Huffman. And back out to Vache Davis, who takes it down the lane and is going to be fouled, or not fouled, he's going to be called for traveling. And 7:54 to play here in the first half. Over to the left side with the Eagles. Shot clock down to 15 now for Alice Lloyd, as they bring the ball back out top and try to set up an offense here. Whatever it is, it's going to have to be fast-paced. Shot clock down to 6. And finding some open space was number 10. That's Austin Crisp, and he makes the basket. 22-19, a 3-point lead for the Red Wolves. And it's going to be over to the left side with Lucas Huffman on the wing.
I was wondering if Alice Lloyd is just tired of IU teams right now. played IU Kokomo yesterday,
Right.
IU East today. They are probably tired of Indiana.
Body check there on number 41, Austin Brewer. Picks up foul number 2 and team foul number 7 on the Eagles. And that's going to bring in Dakota Hall for the Eagles. And Vashe Davis at the line for the Red Wolves. Misses the first shot on the 1-and-1, and still 22-19 with 6:55 to play. Going to bring the ball back out top. Vashe Davis, the defender of Austin Crisp. Red Wolves playing man-to-man right now with 6:35 left. Over to the left. And taking it down the lane was Crisp. And it's going to be 22-21, down to a 1-point ball game as Claypool brings it down the floor. Finds Fangman. Fangman fakes the 3, takes it inside the lane, kicks out to Huffman. Working it around to Claypool. And Claypool takes it down the lane, misses the shot, and it's rebounded by the Eagles. Here's Crisp again. This one's going to be off the bottom of the backboard. And they're actually going to say there was a little bit of a tip on it, and it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball after the timeout. So the Red Wolves have a 1-point lead, 22-21 with 5:59 left to go in the first half. We'll be right back with more men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. And back to men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock, and joining me, Morgan Guard for commentary. 5:59 to play in the first half. And it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball as number 21, Devin Mills, inbounds the ball. Shot clock at 25 for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. And it's going to be blocked by Claypool. And it's going to be Eagle basketball out of bounds underneath their own basket with 18 left on the shot clock. .547 left to play as Dakota Hall was fixing his shoe. And inbounds out top with Warren. Takes it down the lane. And missed shot by Warren, rebounded by Dom Williams. And down the floor, Huffman with the basket, fouled, and will go to the line to shoot one. 24-21, and Lucas Huffman going to the line to shoot one. The foul was on Dakota Hall, picks up his first, team's 8th on Alice Lloyd. Huffman at the line. This free throw up and off the mark.
You know, Caleb, as I'm looking around, I see a lot of young basketball players, and what a great game for them to watch and learn from. Both teams are so relaxed right now, and it's so close. That's maybe what they need to see, being so young.
Taking down the lane over to the right side with 21. That's Mills, who missed the three-point basket. And Huffman brings the ball down the floor. gives it to Vache Davis, finds Dom Williams in the corner, back to Davis. And he's going to take it to the lane. Pass off to Dom Williams underneath. It's not going to get the foul. Rebounded by the Eagles. Good fake there by Crisp. 4:44 left in the first half. Shot clock down to 20 for the Eagles. And right now, spin move by Mills, and down to 8 on the shot clock. The ball's loose, and Red Wolves trying to get a hold of the basketball. They finally get it. Claypool bringing the ball down the floor and trying to pass to Hoffman. This one's going to be out of bounds. Alice Lloyd ball. .418 to play in the first half. And Trevor Combs back into the game for the Eagles. 4:18 to play and a 3-point lead for the Red Wolves as the Eagles inbound the ball to number 10, Austin Crisp. Bring it down the floor and trying to find someone open inside, and posting up was 45, Cody Stumbo, and he's going to score off of that one.
I'm looking at Alice Lloyd's bench right now, and Tyler Rogers is in his practice jersey, so I'm guessing he's maybe not coming back out on the floor this half.
3-point shot by Williams off the mark, but rebounded by Fangman. And Dom Williams is going to score inside and make it 26-23 with 3:42 to play.
He always surprises me. He's that guy that's always there when you need him.
And a made basket by Austin Crisp. 1-point lead for the Red Wolves as Williams takes it down, and sounds like they're going to have an illegal screen on 32, Lucas Huffman. Picks up his second, team 7th on the Red Wolves. Will not go to the line to shoot for the 1-and-1 with it being an offensive foul. The Eagles will just get possession of the basketball off the foul. Still 3:28 to play, 26-25. And they bring the ball down the floor, and it's going to go to the left side, back over to the corner with 21, and Mills misses the 3-point basket. 0 for 2 beyond the arc tonight. Here is Fangman. Nice shot fake, and a jumper is going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Clark. Off the mark as well. Eagles setting up offense with 2:50 left in the first half. And it's going to be around the left side, and finding some open space is Austin Crisp. At 27 with 2:05. All tied up, and a chance to break the tie. The free throw, no good. And it's going to be kept out of bounds. 27-27 with 1:58 to play.
For being tied right now, Coach Hester seems incredibly calm. Totally different coach from the last game.
I know, as I was reading Franklin's article about the game on Tuesday, Coach said he was comfortable going into the second half because of the way that they've been able to come back in the second half. He said it seemed to be their style of play.
They seem to be a second half team.
Right now, it's not a bad thing to be calm. You're all tied up. It's an equal chance for anybody right now. And the foul goes against Clark, picks up his second. And team foul number 8 on the Red Wolves. With 1:44 to play, and that's going to put number 20, Dondre Warren, a 6'5 freshman from Newark, New Jersey, at the line. And here is the first free throw by Warren. This one's going to be off the back of the rim. And it's going to be, say that Vache had a piece of the ball, and it'll stay Eagle basketball. 27-27 with 1:44 to play. And here are the Eagles trying to get the ball in bounds. It's going to go way into the backcourt as they are able to keep possession of the ball. Claypool, though, with the steal, is going to cross over and give it to Fangman. Fangman puts up the three. This one's good, 30-27. Fangman now 1 of 2 behind the arc tonight. And a 3-point lead for the Red Wolves with 1:20 to go in the first half. Here is Warren with the ball, and missed shot by Crisp. And a putback for the Eagles makes it 30-29, up by 1 for the IU East Red Wolves. Bangman over to Claypool, out to Clark, or Davis, excuse me, puts up the 3, makes it 33-29.
I'm wondering where they've been hiding all these 3-point shots. Maybe after Prussia, they just kind of conserved them.
4-point lead for IU East, 33-29, down below 40 seconds in the game. It's going to be tipped out of bounds and stay Eagle basketball. The shot clock is going to be stopped at 18. And here are the Eagles. Crisp with the ball out top. And goes to the left side. Kicked it out top to the Eagles. And a shot here by 20. That's Warren off the mark at the end of the shot clock. 13 seconds left for the Red Wolves trying to get one more basket. Here up by 4. And Claypool at the free throw line. It's going to be off the mark. And that brings us to halftime, a 4-point lead, 33-29. And really kind of a great start for the Red Wolves, other than, turning the ball over and some of the missed shots. That's really how you can sum the problems in the first half, just missed shots and turnovers. Anything you'd like to add to that?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Rebounds and turnovers have definitely made this half. Other than that, like I said earlier, it's a close game right now, but everybody seems real relaxed. A little sloppy from the Alice Lloyd side and a lot of energy from IU East. I think this next half, if they can put the two halves together, will be perfect, and hopefully IU East will come out with a win.
All right, well, let's go over the halftime stats and field goal percentage. The Red Wolves 12 of 33 from field goal range, shooting 36.36%. And the Eagles shooting 13 of 32, shooting 40.63%. So up in the field goal percentage category for Alice Lloyd. At the three-point line, the Red Wolves 3 of 7, 42.86%. And right now, Alice Lloyd shooting 0 of 6 behind the arc for 0%. At the free throw line, the Red Wolves shooting 50%, 6 of 12. And Alice Lloyd shooting 3 of 5 for 60%. On rebounding, Red Wolves have 21, 8 on offense, 13 on defense. And the Eagles, they have 25 total rebounds, 8 on offense, 17 on defense. And in the other categories, the Red Wolves have 7 assists, 6 steals, 8 turnovers, 5 blocks, and 8 team fouls. The Eagles, they have 2 assists, 1 steal, 11 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 10 team fouls in the first half. The scoring leader for the Red Wolves, Tyler Fangman with 9, Vashe Davis, the rebounding leader with 5, and Jacoby Claypool, the assisting leader, with 4. Rogers, the scoring leader, with 9 for the Eagles. Crisp with 4 rebounds, and Crisp with 1 assist for the Alice Lloyd Eagles. For IU East, they have 11 points off the bench, 14 points in the paint, 7 second chance points, and 10 points off of turnovers. And the Eagles, they have 4 points and bench scoring, 22 points in the paint, 8 second chance points, and 6 points off of turnovers. And that brings us to halftime. Halftime score is going to be 33-29. We'll be back here in about 11 minutes on the Red Wolves Sports Network with the second half. I'm your host, Caleb Gillock, and today we're going to talk a little bit about volleyball first. And joining me to do so is volleyball player Mallory Livingston. Mallory, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this season. Finished the season 20-13. Just tell us a little bit about how the season went for you.
We kind of had a roller coaster year. We were pretty young. I was the only junior, and we had no seniors, so we had a pretty young team. So when we had really high highs and we had some pretty low lows. So overall, I mean, we had the winning record, but I mean, there's always games you want to go back and redo. But I mean, we learned from them, and we're just looking to move on now and have a better year.
What were some of the bigger games that occurred this season?
Well, probably the biggest game of the year was definitely Point Park. Everybody that went to that game knew that was probably our best game. Everybody said that was probably the best they'd seen us play together. They were the number 1 team in the conference at the time, and we were undefeated. We were probably ranked 4th or so at the time, so obviously we were the underdogs, and we came in, it was a home game. We had a really good crowd, and they've always been kind of a personal rival for me, because our freshman year, my freshman year, I guess, I was the only one. My freshman year, it was between us and them for the conference championship because we were both undefeated, and so we ended up taking it. So it's always been a really personal one for me. So I was really happy to win that one. We went into 5, and the crowd was just crazy that game. I think the momentum, if that home court advantage, really, really pulled through for us. That was definitely my favorite game of the year.
Looking back on the season, what was one thing that you think the team needed to work on to make it further in the postseason?
I think it's just our consistency. That's mostly everything. I think that just comes with time and experience. Some games, it was better. We had a more spread out offense, and that helps really mix up the defense on their side because they don't know where we're going because we have more people on. But just being consistent was our main problem. So we'll work on that some more.
Well, of course, you had a great season yourself. You had your 1,000th kill, which happened. You also had 1,000 kills in high school. What's it like to reach that milestone twice?
It was really exciting. In high school, actually, my coach never told me how close I was. He refused to. He's like, I don't want you to know. And then we were playing Franklin Row. I remember this game, and I had I don't even know. It was the first 5 points of the game, and he stopped for a timeout, and I was like, we're winning 5-0. Why are you taking timeout? And he was like, you just got your 1,000th kill, and it was really exciting. So I had no idea. I knew this one in college. I went into the game, and I was like, they're like, you only need 4 more. So every single one, we're like 3 more, 2 more. So it was really exciting. So we were counting down for that one. So that one was a little more expected, but it was exciting.
Well, aside from your 1,000th kill, you've also had lots of other awards this season. One of those was winning the NAIA Scholar Athlete Award. Tell us about that.
School, I mean, you always come in and you say student athlete, so like school is really important to me, especially like I'm in the NAIA, like I came here because I really want to focus on school first. I don't want volleyball to be my job. I want to focus on school, so it's really important to me to keep my grades up. I'm kind of a perfectionist, a little OCD, and so when it comes to my schooling, so I'm really just trying to keep up with my 4.0 right now and see if I can finish school with that and then also focus on volleyball at the same time. I don't know, it's a balancing act.
Right, I completely understand that one as well. Also, you were named the Kayak Conference Player of the Year. Tell us about that one.
That was kind of unexpected for me. I was hoping, I thought like I was a good contestant for it, but we were ranked 5th at the end of the season, and almost always they give it to either the number 1 or the number 2 team in the conference, someone off there. So I was a little surprised when they announced it there, but I was really, really excited, and especially now since the coaches thought I deserved it, even though we were ranked 5th. So that was even more gratifying.
And a third award was the AVCA Northeast Region Player of the Year, which I understand only 8 players get. What exactly is that award, and what did it mean to you?
So we're the Northeast region, yeah. And last year, I think I made 3rd team or something. So really, I was just looking to move up a team or 2 and try to get 1st team. So I didn't expect to get Player of the Year in that. That was just like icing on the cake. So I was just kind of hoping to move up, and just do better every year. Every year I just want to do better. So I reached my goal there, so I was happy.
Right. Well, and just moments ago we figured out that you were named an All-American. What's that one mean to you? That's a big accomplishment. That was my goal this year. We had to make goals at the beginning of the season, and my very first goal is I really want All-American, and there's been a lot of All-Americans that have come through here. Our volleyball program is pretty well known. In the past, we had some really great players, so I just really wanted to keep that right. Legacy, I guess, that name. I just wanted to put my name up on that banner. So that was my overall my individual goal. I mean, obviously I had other team goals, but as an individual, that's what I've been striving for all 4 years, and I'm excited to tell my mom. She doesn't know yet because we just found out. So she'll freak out. She'll probably start crying because she's all emotional like that one. Well, congratulations on that. What does it mean to you to have accomplished so much this past season?
It really, I don't really know how to, I've just been working really hard, and this whole last 3 years has been a really kind of a rough, rocky road. We've kind of had some craziness happen here at IU East. So to be able to stick with it, I'm kind of pretty proud of myself to stick with it, and then to come out on top and just keep doing better. So I'm just proud of myself for getting better every year. So.
Well, congratulations on all of those awards. Of course, this year you were the only junior on the team. There were no seniors. You had 6 freshmen and 4 sophomores. What was it like to have to be the leader of the team this past season?
In the spring is when I knew I'm going to be the only junior. I knew I was going to be the only upperclassman unless we got transfer in, but that didn't happen. So I kind of put my mindset to it early. I went home for the summer and I got myself mentally prepared. I knew I was going to have to be a leader this year. And one of the main things I really wanted to focus on was being as consistent as possible, because you always need, with a young team, like I said earlier, there's always going to be inconsistencies because they need more experience. So I really needed to be that leader this year that they could go to if we needed a point, we really needed a kill, we needed to get out of a rut. I really wanted to be that player. So that was my mindset, being the upperclassman here.
And what are you looking forward to the most next season in your senior year?
I really just want to go all out. I mean, it's my last year, so I just don't want any excuses. We're just going to work hard, and I really, really want to have a good team that, the main thing is that I really just want to have fun while we're out there. And I mean, winning's always fun too, but I just want to have a good, well-rounded team that enjoys being together.
Definitely. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and congratulations on all of your awards, especially just being named an All-American a few minutes ago. We'll be right back with more Inside IUE Sports.
Welcome back to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. The Red Wolves have a 4-point lead at halftime, 33-29, and ready to go here in the second half. And it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball at half court to begin the second half. And here we go, under the way, and kayak matchup. A chance for the Red Wolves to go 5-1 in the conference, a chance for the Eagles to go 6-2. And a missed shot by the Eagles to start the second half. And basket by Claypool, but Pack fell. No one was even around him.
I know. I was a little concerned. He just doesn't have very good balance, maybe, or a bad actor.
Could be. 19:33 to play. 35-29. Red Wolves up by 6. Brad Hunt down in the right corner, cuts across inside the lane, and sets a little bit of a screen there for Hoffman, but gets caught up in the middle of it. Claypool misses the three out top, and it's going to be Red Wolves basketball once again. Shot clock reset at 35. Brad Hunt, turnaround missed, and rebounded this time by the Eagles. Bring it down the floor, over with number 10, and that's going to be Crisp with the ball. Over to the left, back to Crisp on the right. 19 minutes to go in the second half. Spin move inside and put up by Tiller. This one falls 35-31.
There's definitely a lot more energy from both teams right now.
Vashe Davis fakes the three, goes right around the defender and tried to pass back out to Claypool. Claypool wasn't there, so it's going to be Eagles basketball. Chris brings the ball down the floor this time for the Eagles. Crosses half court now. Shot clock down to 25. And it's going to be a carry. And it'll be Red Wolves basketball with 18:25 left in the second half. Hoffman inbounds to Claypool. And crosses the half-court line over to Vashe Davis on the right side. England tried to take it to the basket, but not there. And step back three-pointer for Vashe, off the mark. And the Red Wolves going to get the steal here. Here is Claypool. Nice fake by Fangman. Another good fake. Pass inside to Brad Hunt. It's going to be blocked by Rogers, who's back in the game. Apparently not hurt after a little injury there in the first half. Turnaround missed by Rogers. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. Three-point basket by Fangman. No good. And Red Wolves starting to struggle here in the beginning of the second half when it comes to shooting. And over to the left side right now with Crisp. And Crisp going to take it down to the basket. Missed, and it's going to be over the back. And they're going to have a good basket. I heard a whistle somewhere else, so looked like over the back from up here. But
I thought that was the ref as well.
As we mentioned, though, youth basketball games going on here inside the Tiernan Center as well. Turnaround by Fangman. It's good. Makes it 37-33.
Can get a little confusing.
And down to 16:53 in the second half. Working it around over to the left side with Rogers. Down in the corner, shot clock at 20 for the Eagles. Crisp now with the ball on the left wing. Shot clock down to 10. And takes it to the lane as Tiller. He's going to be fouled. Vashe Davis wanted the travel call, but they're not going to give it to him. This one's going to be a foul on Vashe Davis as he picks up his second. Vashe had 7 points in the first half for the Red Wolves. It's a 4-point ball game right now with Tiller going to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 at the free throw line, hits this one, and has a total of 5 points in the ball game. 16:34 to play. Second free throw for Tiller, up and in. And it's now 37-35. Back to a 2-point game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the second half. Claypool with the ball. Passes inside to Fangman. This one's going to go up and in. 39-35. Fangman now has 13 points in today's matchup. 16-11 to play. Pass down inside to 14. That's Pack who's going to score. Back to a 2-point game, 39-37 with 16 minutes left on the game clock. Brad Hunt downside, inside, trying to score, gets blocked again. And it's going to be Eagle basketball.
For being so tall, and maybe it's just because I'm that short, I didn't know anybody really could block Brad Hunt because he's that tall. But
2-inch difference in height between Rogers and Hunt.
really, I can't even imagine being that tall.
Hunt stands at 6'9", and Rogers at 6'7".
I'm 5'2", so it's a big difference.
Over to the left side right now with Crisp. Crisp, a 6'2" guard. And it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Red Wolf basketball as Houston Clark back into the Red Wolves lineup. Down to 15-34. 31 left on the shot clock as Fagman drives the lane, lays this one in. 41-37. There's a jumper by Crisp. This one's going to be off the mark. Salinas off the mark as well. Huffman gets the rebound, back down to Salinas.
Oh.
No foul on the play. And it's going to be Eagle basketball. 15 minutes left.
I hate to look at IU East as a second half team. I don't fully believe they are.
There's a three-point shot by Stumbo.
That was a really, really pretty shot.
It was a great shot there by Stumbo. 41-40 with 14:36 to play. And a basket by Huffman underneath. 43-40. Now with 4 points in the game. 3-point lead for the Red Wolves with 14-15 to play here in the second half. As number 11, that's Tiller, drives the lane, is going to be fouled on the way up. And he'll get the line to shoot two. And the foul is going to go against, looks like Houston Clark. Picks up his third, just not quite 6 minutes into the second half. Looks like Don Williams already over there ready to sub in, and we'll see who comes out of the game. Josh Price also back in. He's going to take out Huffman and Clark.
I like that we can rely on our freshmen like that. And we have an older team, kind of an older team, but the fact that our freshmen step up is also great for the team.
And the second free throw there for Tiller is going to be good and make it a 43-41 ball game with 14:05 left to play. Shot fake by Fagman. Step back, fade away. This one's going to fall in for Fagman. 45-41.
I was standing on the bleachers right before the game, and Josh Price kind of ran by me, and I still wasn't as tall as him. I felt so small. We have
Shot
a lot of height.
Shot missed by Stumbo. And here is 13:31 left to play. And a shot by Red Wolves. And Josh Price going to be fouled on the way up that time. And they're line for two. The foul is going to...
You know, IU East has been doing some crazy things today. That is the second time someone has tried to dunk, I guess, or attempt to dunk. Huey was earlier. Almost the same exact play.
Second foul on Stumbo, and the basket was good for Price. On the foul, 45-41 with 13.5 to play, and it's going to be Eagles basketball. It's going to be Red Wolf basketball, I'm going to say here. The Claypool inbounding the ball. Right now you've got Williams, Salinas, Fangman, Price, and Claypool in. Trying to find an open look. Finds Fangman's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay IU East basketball off of the tip. 13:28 to play. Shot clock at 29, and Claypool with the ball. He gives it to Fangman over on the right wing. Pass inside to Price, and it's going to be there for Price. He's not going to get the basket to count, but he is going to go to the line to shoot two. The foul is going to be on number 32. That's Tyler Rogers. Picks up his first, team's second on the Eagles, and puts Price at the line to shoot two. He's at the line for the first time in the game. The free throw is going to be up and in for Josh Price. And 46-41, a 5-point lead for the Red Wolves. And Josh Price is going to be at the line. This one's going to go up and off the back of the rim. And this is going to be a double dribble. And it'll be Red Wolf basketball. 46-41 with 13-11. And Claypool brings the ball down the left side of the floor. And Fangman has the ball out on the right side, drives to the lane, and it's going to be over to Salinas. Hits the three, and it's going to be 49-41 with 12:50 to play.
That looked like the most accidental point of this game. I think Tyler Fangman just, accidentally lost the ball, and then luckily Parker was there and made the three.
What I saw was Fangman was blocked, but the block shot went over and bounced in front of Salinas. Salinas was able to get the ball and shoot the three.
I'm going to go with you.
I'm
just going to go with you.
A little more in depth. That's what I saw. But 12:45 left, and it's going to go over to the left side with number 11. That's Trevor Tiller. Back over to the right with Crisp. And Crisp is going to be over on the left side and trying to pass inside to Warren. Back to Tiller. Shot clock down to 15. A shot by Tiller. This one's going to be off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Dom Williams.
IU has been great tonight at rebounds.
Over on the left side, Salinas with the missed three that time. Now shooting 2 of 3 beyond the arc in tonight's game. It's going to be 12:15 left to play. And right now the Eagles trying to slow things down here and get something going offensively as they're only down by 8 in this kayak matchup. Over on the left side right now with Trevor Combs. Back out top over to the right side. A three-point shot from way back by, looks like, number 11. That's Tiller. His first three-point shot of the game off the mark, and here's Dom Williams taking it down the lane. This one's going to be off the rim and tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Eagles this time. And there's going to be a timeout down on the floor with 11:40 left in the second half. Red Wolves lead 49-41. We'll be right back with more men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Back to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. 11:40 to play here in the second half. The Red Wolves have an 8-point lead, 49-41. And it's going to be Alice Lloyd basketball coming out of the timeout. Chris passes the ball, gives it over to Tiller. Back over to Chris. Look inside to Warren, back out to 45. That's Stumbo, and that's going to be off the mark. Here is Parker Salinas, lays this one in, 51-41, a 10-point lead now for the Red Wolves. And I believe that is their first double-digit lead in the game. 11:09 to play in the second half as Chris pounds the ball out top. It goes over to the right side to Tiller. And right now they're working it around between Combs, Tiller, and Crisp, and there's going to be a foul here. This one's going to go against the Red Wolves, and it's going to be a foul on Josh Price. He picks up his first, team's second on the Red Wolves, or team's fourth on the Red Wolves, I'm sorry. The Eagles have 2 team fouls here in the second half. 10:53 to play. Over to the left side with Tiller. And Stumbo inside is going to get this one to fall off the rim and in. And it's now 51-43 with 10:40 to play. Bullenbacher with the ball out on the left side, working it around to Fangman. Back to Salinas, over to Bullenbacher, inside to Price. And the double dribble called on the Red Wolves with 10:28 left to play.
So I was thinking how you said IU East is a second half team. In high school, I played a team that they would let the other team just beat them like a lot by double digits at least, and then come back in the second half and just destroy us every time. And I think that's IU East.
Basket inside by Warren, 51-45 with 10:13 to play.
Maybe that's Coach Hester's
a
tiny
shot
strategy.
by Fangman is going to be off the mark from 3-point range. Warren takes it inside. It's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The Red Wolves pick up their 5th team foul, and it's going to be on Josh Price. Picks up a second one within a minute of the last one. And that puts Warren at the line to shoot 2. Dondre Warren has been to the line once tonight. Shot 0 for 1 at the free throw line off of a bonus opportunity. This is the first one, now 0 for 2. Houston Clark back in the lineup for the Red Wolves with 10:02 to play, and Vache Davis returns for IU East as well. So 51-45, a 6-point lead for the Red Wolves. As Dondre Warren at the line to shoot the second of 2. See if he can hit this one here. Here's the shot. This one's going to be up and off the rim, rebounded by Salinas. Pass inside to Clark, working it around. Vache Davis with the ball. And Parker Salinas off the mark again in 3-point range. But Fangman down low with the put back makes it 53-45. Back up to an 8-point lead. There's going to be a foul on the Red Wolves down underneath, and I believe this one's going to go against Houston Clark. So I do call it on Houston Clark. Picks up his 4th foul, team 6th on the Red Wolves with 9:36 left to play. They're going to bring Huffman back in for the Red Wolves as Tiller goes to the line to shoot 2, and the first one falls. Tiller has had an impressive night at the line. He's shot 6 of 7. And here is 7 of 8 now for Tiller. Nine and a half to play, and Huffman goes inside the lane. Off of the pass from Salinas. It's foul to go to the line for 2. Still a 6-point game with 9:21 to play. And the foul goes against number 45, Cody Stumbo, picks up his 3rd. And now team foul number 3 on the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. Huffman now at the line. 0 for 1 from the free throw line in this afternoon's game. Hits this one here. And it's going to be 54-47 with 9:21 to play. A chance for Huffman to make it an 8-point ball game here with a made basket, and he does. 55-47. 9:25 to play as Tiller takes it down the right side, crosses over between the legs. Pulls up for a three-point shot on top of the key. It's going to be missed off the left side of the rim. Tiller now 0 for 2 behind the arc. And here is Bolenbacher. Takes it down the lane, lays it in. 10-point game, 57-47. And Bolenbacher now up to 6 points on the afternoon. 8:50 to play in the second half. Crisp with the ball out on top of the key. He's going to go left as Lucas Huffman, the defender. Crossing over out top, and it's going to take it down the left side of the lane. Finds Stumbo, and it's going to be a block and a good basket for Cody Stumbo. And the Red Wolves pick up team foul number 7, and it goes against Tyler Fangman. It's going to be his first. And Dakota Hall back in the Eagles lineup. As Stumbo goes to the line to shoot and one. He's not been on the free throw line yet tonight, but he's got 6 points in field goal range, 3 points in three-point range. Adding up for 9 points in the game. A chance to make double-figure scoring here for Stumbo with a free throw, and he does, hitting his first free throw in the game. 57-50, the Red Wolves have the lead with 8:39 to play. And here is Bolenbacher. Hands off to Vache Davis. A little bit of a spin there and goes inside the lane. No foul. It's going to be out of bounds, and it'll go to the Eagles with 8:32 left on the clock here in the second half. The inbounder is going to be Trevor Combs, and gives it to Crisp on the inbound play with 8:30 to play. Crisp brings the ball down the right side of the floor, and very slowly, shot clock down to 25 for the Eagles. That's going to be a foul called on the Red Wolves, and that will put the Eagles at the line for the 1-and-1.
Oh, my goodness.
The officials are going to get together as Bolenbacher right there. The foul's going to be on Bolenbacher. Picks up his second.
Those redheads can get a little feisty.
18 fouls now on the Red Wolves with 8:20 to play. It's going to put, looks like, Crisp at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Crisp not been in the line yet, but 8 points in the game. Free throw missed by Crisp and rebounded by the Red Wolves. Here's Bolenbacher, pulls up at the right elbow, and it's going to be off the mark. (57-50) with 8:04 to play. And it's going to be over to the right side with Trevor Combs. And the basket there by Cody Stumbo. Down to a 5-point game, a 3-point shot by Salinas off the mark. And that shot there by the Eagles as well. 7:33 to play. Here's Lucas Huffman. Passes the ball out, and Bolenbacher sweeps and drives. It's going to be fouled by Crisp. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. A 5-point lead for the Red Wolves. The foul, like I said, is going to be against Austin Crisp. Picks up his second, team's fourth on the Eagles. And Bolenbacher goes to the line for the first time in today's game. He's got 4 points. And here is the first free throw by Nick Bolenbacher. This one's going to be up and in. And it'll be 58-52 with 7:21 to play. Brad Hunt is going to come back into the game. He picked up 2 fouls there in the first half. And he's going to replace Fangman for a little bit, give Fangman a little bit of a break because he's had
He looks like he needs it.
a big game today. Tyler Fangman with 19 points so far in the game, and the second free throw good for Bolenbacher as well. He's going to take a break as Jacoby Claypool comes back in, and then for the Eagles is going to be Mason Pack. He went to the bench with 3 fouls and has, looks like, 6 points in today's game. 7:25 left in the second half. The Red Wolves up by 7. And Chris passes over to the right side with Combs. Back over on the left with Tiller. Combs with the ball. 7:10 to play in the second half. Over to the right side. And a basket there by Hall. It's going to be an offensive foul.
That was a little late. Reaction.
Hall picks up his second. Just under 7 minutes to play for the Red Wolves. On their way to picking up win number 17 this season. Back over to Claypool. Here's Brad Hunt. Inside is going to be off the mark. Down the floor in transition. Crisp takes the basket inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Red Wolves basketball.
Two players have just seemed to be so impressed with this game that I think Coach Hester pairs together perfectly. It's Lucas Huffman and Jacoby Claypool. I think they are the perfect pair almost, perfect couple. When they're both on the court, they play well together.
Dom Williams and Tyler Fangman back in for the Red Wolves. 6:34 to play in the second half as Claypool brings the ball down the floor. And over to the right side as Tyler Fangman puts up the three. This one's going to be short, rebounded by Chris. Down the lane is Tiller. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the floor. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Going to be the 9th team foul on the Red Wolves. And this foul is going to be on Brad Hunt, picks up his 3rd. 6:14 to play in the second half as Tiller goes to the line to shoot 2. And he has shot 7 of 8 at the line, now 8 of 9. Tiller has 12 points in today's game. 59-53, a 6-point game, and now a 5-point game after the made free throw by Tiller, shooting 9 of 10 at the free throw line. 6:11 left. Claypool takes the ball over to the left side, crosses half court. And that's going to be a foul on the Red Wolves. It's going to be on Dom Williams. And it's 6:06 to play in the second half. And a 5-point lead for the Red Wolves, 59-54. Crisp crosses half-court line, goes to the left side with Tiller. Pass down inside to Hall, who misses the shot. And it's going to be Eagles basketball with 5:56 left and a timeout on the floor. So the Red Wolves lead the Eagles 59-54 with 5:56 left in the second half. We'll be right back with more men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Welcome back to men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. A 5-point lead for the Red Wolves, 59-54, with 5:56 left here in the second half. And both teams out on the floor, looks like gathered around the
referee
official.
I always wonder what they talk about.
In that case, I don't know. You're coming out of a timeout. So
maybe he was, sportsmanship. Don't trash talk to the others. Watch your language.
Clean second half and rest of the clean.
Yeah,
clean rest
next
of the
6
second half.
minutes-ish.
John Williams with the ball. Working it around for the Red Wolves. A missed shot by Dom Williams, but there's going to be a foul. And
that was Vashe Davis.
going to go against Dakota Hall. Picks up his third, team sixth on the Eagles. And Vache Davis with the ball. Gives it to Fangman. Back out to Vache. Over on the left wing. Working it around the top of the perimeter to the right side. And Don Williams gets inside, 61-56.
Like I say, he's that go-to man. The ball gets in his hands, and it magically makes it through the net.
Over the left side with Trevor Tiller. Back over to the right side with Combs. Working it around to Chris. 18 left on the shot clock. Back to Combs. Three-point shot over on the right side by 11. That's Tiller with the three, and it's 61-59 down to a 2-point ball game with 4:45 left. And there's going to be a full timeout taken by Alice Lloyd, so we'll take a timeout as well. 61-59, Red Wolves have the lead on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Back to men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. A 2-point lead now for the Red Wolves after giving up some points to the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. 4:45 left in the second half, and a 61-59 lead for the IU East Red Wolves. They inbound the ball to Jacoby Claypool. He's going to bring the ball down the left side after crossing at the half-court line. Bangman with the ball over to Houston Clark, down in the corner with Claypool. Back out to Dom Williams. Clark looks at the three. He's going to pass inside to Fangman. With a spin, and it's going to be stripped away from Fangman by Combs. Combs will bring it down the floor, and it's going to be out on top of the key over to the right side with Tiller. And there's going to be a foul here on the Red Wolves. And Don Williams picks up his third. And that's going to put Tiller at the line to shoot to the Eagles of Alice Lloyd now in the double bonus for the remainder of the second half. So the next 4 minutes, 8 seconds, guaranteed 2 shots at the line each time. The first one for Tiller is good. He's now 10 of 11 at the free throw line in the ball game, and it's going to be his 12th free throw right here. And hits this one as well and ties the game up at 61. 4:07 to play with the ball game tied, and Claypool brings the ball across half court. Looks at Clark down inside, a good pass. And Clark's going to go to the line to shoot one after the good basket. Clark's first basket in the game right there. He's only got 2 points in the game, and the foul was on 45. That's Cody Stumbo, picks up his fourth, and team seventh on the Alice Lloyd Eagles. Clark goes to the line to shoot his first free throw in the game as well. Clark, a 6'6 junior from Kokomo, and it's going to be bouncing around the rim and falls off. Fangman there to get the putback. Misses this one, and it's going to be rebounded by the Eagles. 3:45 left here in the second half. Red Wolves with a 2-point lead. And pass over to Chris with the three. Gets this one to fall. The first lead for the Eagles since the first half. Down to 3:30. Red Wolves trying to get a pass inside to Clark. Clark's going to be fouled, go to line for 2. Chance to take the lead back by 1 at the free throw line this time. The foul's going to be on number 4. That's Dakota Hall, picks up his fourth. And 18 fouls now on the Eagles. And Houston Clark at the line to shoot 2. 3:21 left in the second half. This KIAC matchup between the Alice Lloyd Eagles and the IU East Red Wolves. First free throw up and in for the Houston Clark.
You know, so far this matchup has been pretty calm for being so close. It's been a very good game.
And here is the second made free throw by Clark. 1 point lead back for the Red Wolves, 65-64 with 3:25 left to play. As Chris brings the ball up the floor for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. They're going to go left toward the lane, tries to get to the basket. This shot's going to be missed by Crisp. And pass down the floor to Dom Williams. It's going to be 2-on-1 right here. He splits the 2 defenders, passes over to Thingman. And Houston Clark, too much momentum going there. It's going to be out of bounds and go to the Eagles. 3:02 left in the second half, a 1 point lead still for the Red Wolves.
If I would have felt like that, my chin would have been busted open. I mean, it would have been bad. He just gets up and walks away like it was nothing.
Over on the left side, or right side with Tiller. Takes it to the basket. And defended by Clark. Clark gets the rebound off of the shot by Tiller. And pass over to Vache Davis. This is going to be called a good basket on the block. And that is going to be Stumbo's 5th foul. Now disqualified, and the Red Wolves have the 1 point lead back, 65-64. The referees both agreed on the call. First, I thought they were going to charge him with the offensive, but they both agreed on the block. And it's a 3 point lead, 67-64 for the Red Wolves after the made basket by Vache Davis.
Man, you know how he looks ecstatic with that call, too.
And Davis at the line to shoot 1. Vache Davis 2 of 4 at the free throw line in today's game. He's got 7 points in the game. 2:44 left to play. And one shot right here for the 6'3" junior from Morton High School in Hammond, Indiana. 68-64 with 2:43 left to play in the second half. Down the right side with Tiller. And a foul here. This one's going to go against Don Williams. Picks up his 4th.
There's been an awful lot of fouls this game.
Taking a look at the fouls, you've got 39 combined fouls between the two teams. Puts Tiller at the line, and the first shot of the double bonus is going to be up and in for Tiller. He's now 12 of 13 at the free throw line. Like that, 13 of 14 at the free throw line after that made basket there. Now down to a 2 point lead for the Red Wolves, 68-66 with 2:32 left. And the ball inbounded to Claypool. Brings the ball down the floor on the left side. And Vache Davis with the basket. Back to a 4 point lead. And it's now 70-66 with 2:15 left to play.
You know, I'm wondering if Vache he's doing so well tonight, but I wonder if he's just showing off for his mom.
And a put back there by Warren. Makes it 70-68. And a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 70-68, Red Wolves up by 2 with 2:04 in the second half. We'll be right back on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Back on the Red Wolves Sports Network at the Tiernan Center in Richmond, Indiana. on the campus of Richmond High School. A 2-point lead for the Red Wolves with 2:04 in a Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference matchup featuring the Eagles of Alice Lloyd and the Red Wolves of IU East. Vache Davis inbounds the ball to Claypool. It's going to be two-man trapped. Davis trying to get the ball down the floor. Right now, the Eagles trying to foul two. Over to the left side to Clark. And back out to Claypool with 1:50 left. Shot clock down to 20. And a pass over to Salinas in the right corner. Vache Davis gets a hand on the ball and keeps control of the ball. Takes it down the lane. Lays this one up. It's going to be off the mark. And there's going to be a foul here. They're going to most likely call this one on Vache. And it is going to be on Vache Davis. He picks up his fourth. Right now, the Red Wolves starting to get in foul trouble. Going to have to be careful for the next minute 31. And that puts Warren at the line to shoot. He's 0 for 3 at the free throw line in the game. And here is the free throw by Warren. First one up and in. Makes it 70-69. Here's the second of two for Dondre Warren. One and as well tied up at 70.
And everybody's still so calm.
Claypool with the ball. Nice pick there by Houston Clark. Let's Claypool take it down the lane and score and give a 2-point advantage to the Red Wolves, 72-70 with 1:20 left to play. And a good basket here for number 11. That's Trevor Tiller. And that's not the guy you want to foul on a tight ball game here like this. Tied up at 72, and you put a guy that shot 13 of 14 at the free throw line for one more shot. And 1:18 left. He's got a chance to take the lead here. And he does. Now, 14 of 15 at the line with 1:10 left, or 1:16 left to play. 72-73, Red Wolves down by 1. Pass over to Salinas on the right side. Going to hand off to Davis. Back to Claypool on the right wing. Claypool goes right, fakes right, goes left. Back to Fangman. Back to Claypool. And he's going to try to take it out of the basket. Finds Salinas on the right elbow. Puts this one up and out of the rim. Vache Davis able to get a hand on the ball under a minute to play. 73-72. Red Wolves down by 1. There's a whistle. And it's going to be a timeout taken by the Eagles of Alice Lloyd with 50.5 left here in the second half. It's going to be a full timeout, Alice Lloyd. Red Wolves trail by 1 with 50.5 left. We'll be right back on the Red Wolves Sports Network. And back on the Red Wolves Sports Network, 50.5 seconds left on the clock here in the second half. The Red Wolves trail 73-72, down by 1. And Alice Lloyd does have the ball over on the far sideline in the front court by their basket. 50.5 left. And inbounding the ball in the front court to Chris. Angie Tiller has the ball.
Man, just running that clock right now.
40 seconds left, shot clock down to 18. Almost a steal there, down to 35 and 15. three-point shot here by Tiller. This one falls, and it's 76-72 after the three-pointer by Tiller. And here is Vache Davis. Three-point shot by Salinas. This one off the back of the rim. Hit by Fangman. Back out to Claypool. Hits the three. 75-76 after the three-point shot by Claypool. And it's down to a one-point ball game with 18.4 left. And Alice Lloyd will have possession of the ball coming out of the timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout here as well. Red Wolves down by 1 with 18.4 on the Red Wolves Sports Network. And welcome back to men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. 18.4 seconds left, down by 1 against a Kayak Conference opponent here inside the Tiernan Center. The Alice Lloyd Eagles have possession of the ball with 18.4 left, so you either have to get the steal on the inbound play or foul immediately.
I will say don't foul number 11.
And they're going to long pass it down the floor, and they're not going to be able to get to it. It's going to be saved, and there's not going to be any time taken off of the clock, as no one touched the ball. So Red Wolves will have the ball. It's going to be at the far end of the floor. And trying to see if there's going to be a timeout here or what. We've got a bunch of players out on the floor, so I'm assuming Coach Hester's wanting a timeout here.
Or something.
And there's going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Mark Hester. Down by 1, 17.4 left. They are going to take a little bit of time off the clock. We'll take a quick timeout as well here on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Back on the Red Wolves Sports Network, 17.4 seconds left in the second half. IU East Red Wolves trail the Alice Lloyd Eagles by 1, 76-75 with 17.4 left. The Red Wolves do have the basketball, and it's going to be out of bounds at the far end of the floor in front of the Alice Lloyd bench. It looks like Vache Davis is going to inbound for the Red Wolves. In for IU East right now, Fangman, Clark, Salinas, Claypool, and Davis.
I think I'm almost have a little bit more energy than them right now. They are so calm. I'm over here jumping up and down.
And the ball
That's going to be a good game.
Inbound to Claypool. No shot clock, obviously, with the inbound play starting with under 17. 1 point game. Chance to get the ball inside. Clark has the ball. And Claypool drives the basket. No foul. Clark gets it in with 1 second left. 77-76. And there's going to be a timeout taken by Alice Lloyd with 1 second left on the clock. It's Lincoln College basketball under a minute.
Oh
the
my
clock
gosh.
Does stop
you
on
know
the main
what?
basket.
That is IU East basketball right there.
All right, and with the full timeout taken by Alice Lloyd, we're going to take one as well here on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Welcome back to IU East men's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Houston Clark just made a big shot for the Red Wolves to stop the clock at 1 second and take a 1-point lead over Alice Lloyd. And the Alice Lloyd Eagles have possession of the ball with 1 second left.
What?
And they're going to take a 30-second timeout here. Tester sees what the Alice Lloyd Eagles are wanting to do here and quickly recognizes it and is going to take a 30-second timeout. And a lot of fouls in this game is what's kept it close. You've got you've got 41 team fouls combined between the two teams. The Red Wolves have had 22, and the Alice Lloyd Eagles have had 19 team fouls. And really just shooting percentages have hurt the teams other than that. Otherwise, the Red Wolves are only shooting 38.67% from field goal range and 27.7% behind the arc. So shooting percentage is a little bit lower than normal for the Red Wolves. And 1 point game here.
1 point, 1 second.
Josh Price, Houston Clark, Jacoby Claypool, Brad Hunt, and Jason Ray all in for the Red Wolves.
A bunch of tall guys. They're like trees out there sometimes.
And
what is he?
They do have the baseline here after the made basket, passing it down the floor and picked off by Brad Hunt. And that's the ball game. The Red Wolves pick up win number 17, advance to 17-6 on the season, 5-1 in the Kayak Conference. And a great game. Morgan, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I just jumped with Brad Hunt when he caught that ball, so I feel like a part of me was with him. Overall, great game by both teams. Like you said, fouls and rebounds were definitely tonight's big key factors. Like I always say, Coach Hester is the best-looking coach, and wearing his sneakers tonight to show cancer awareness was maybe their good luck charm. Maybe it's those sneakers, and Coach Hester needs to wear them more often. But overall, I think IU did great tonight. Definitely have gotten out of that Brusha funk, out of that IU Kokomo funk, and I think they are on their way back to the top.
All right, well, while we're waiting on Coach Hester to make it up here for the post-game show, let's go ahead and give a rundown of tonight's stats. In the field goal category, the Red Wolves 38.7% off of 29-75 shooting from field goal range. The Eagles 41.54% off of 27-65 shooting. And behind the arc, Red Wolves shot 27.78% off of 5 of 18, and the Eagles 4 of 14 for 28.57. At the free throw line, the Red Wolves shot 14 of 22 for 63.64%, and the Eagles 18 of 24 for 75%. In the rebounding category, the Red Wolves 47 total rebounds, 18 on offense, 29 on defense. And in the Alice Lloyd rebounding category, they had 46, 12 on offense, 34 on defense. IU East had 14 assists, 7 steals, 13 turnovers, 9 blocks, and 22 team fouls. And the Eagles had 11 assists, 2 steals, 16 turnovers, 6 blocks, and 19 team fouls. Scoring leaders for tonight's game, Tyler Figman, he had 19 for the Red Wolves. Brad Hunt had 7 steals for the Red Wolves, 13 turnovers, 9 blocks, and 22 team... I'm totally lost now. Fagman had 19 points. Hunt had 7 rebounds. And Claypool, he had 6 assists for the Red Wolves. Tiller was the scoring leader for the Eagles with 28. Crisp had 8. And Combs had 5 assists for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. In scoring, IU East had 29 points off the bench, 40 points in the paint, 17 second chance points, and 17 points off of turnovers. And Alice Lloyd had 10 points off the bench, 42 points in the paint, 16 second chance points, and 10 points off of turnovers. So while we wait on Coach Hester to come up here for the post-game show, we'll take a quick break and be right back on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Rigby, right?
Yep.
All right. And welcome to the post-game show here on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Joining me is assistant coach Tyler Rigby. Coach, what a win, 77-76. Tell us a little bit about tonight's game.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough one. They're a really good team. They always play us well. For some reason, doesn't matter how much talent they have, they're always going to play us well. But lucky to get out of here with a win. Kind of blew it toward the end, like we have been in the past. But good to pull it out this time.
Now, you said you knew that they were going to be a tough team coming into this matchup. So what were some of the things that you guys focused on in practice this week preparing for this game?
We knew Levin was going to come off a lot of ball screens. He's very good at coming off ball screens and attacking off the dribble. So we did a lot of one-on-one work and ball screen stuff. And then they're really physical. Every year they throw their bodies around. They're really physical, really tough team. And that usually gives us some problems. So we did a lot of competitive stuff, a lot of physical stuff, and I think they responded a little bit to it.
Well, the next game at home against Southeast, what do you know about Southeast?
They're down a little bit this year, but I don't put anything past them. They always play as hard as any team we play all year. The talent isn't quite as good as what it has been, but like I said, they play so hard they make up for a lot of it. And coming off of a short break here, only getting 1 day to really focus on them, it's going to be a tough one.
5-1 now in the Kayak Conference and the division leader in the North Division. What does that mean to the team being the leader in the North Division at this point of the season?
It means a lot. We got to do a lot better job of playing against these South teams. They seem to be the stronger conference throughout this season so far. So we have to do a good job of playing against the South teams and continue to take care of business in the North.
All right, well, thanks for joining me, and congratulations on another great win. 77-76 this afternoon at home against Alice Lloyd. The Red Wolves now 17-6 on the regular season, 5-1 in the Kayak Conference. A special thanks to volleyball head coach and assistant sports information director Abby Niekamp for doing our broadcast engineering tonight, and also Morgan Gard for commentary. And I'm Caleb Gillock, the voice of your IU East Red Wolves. Red Wolves back in action at home on Tuesday against IU Southeast. Make sure to tune into those games as well. I'm Caleb Gillock, the voice of your IU East Red Wolves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.